Hey everyone, it's Ani. So today we're going to be doing a tutorial on how I draw. So it's going to be shading, line art, and all of that stuff. So let's get right into it. First we're going to be doing hair. You want to use dip pen hard, and anything below 1 point is okay. Then you're going to want to turn on force fade. I normally keep it at its normal settings, but you can alter it to your liking. Always turn it on. Never draw without it. At least that's what I do. So first I'm going to be showing you how not to do it. Please never ever follow the lines or whatever. It's just don't, please. If you're trying to go for something like a simple edit, yes, I would definitely recommend it. But if you're trying to draw like fancy and stuff, I would not do it. It doesn't look that awesome. I don't even know how to do it. It's just quite annoying to me. So if you want to, you can, but I would recommend not to. Now I'm going to show you the right way to do it, or at least how I do it. What I do is I quickly follow the line downward and then bring it back up, then start somewhere near the piece of hair we just made, and then I bring another line down, then just make 2 pieces of hair at the tip at the end of the section. If you don't understand, watch what I do. So yeah, basically you don't want to do straight lines or one continuous line when doing hair. Hair doesn't really work like that. So you're just going to want to do the little tips of hair that I just showed you how to do. And then yeah, you're basically good to go. If you have messy hair, I'd recommend doing a lot more tips than what I do. But since my hair is quite messy in this at least, I do many little tips. And then yeah, you can really see the difference between if you follow the line and then if you don't. So that's how I do hair. Now moving on to clothes. I will link a video in the description that really helped me with drawing clothes, but here I'm showing you what not to do. Again, you don't really want to follow the lines. Clothes don't work like that either. It doesn't look that good. And also one thing I've noticed a lot of people do is when they follow the lines when they're using the force fade, they don't really fill in the whole thing, so it ends up looking like a bunch of squiggly lines. So yeah, I would not recommend following the lines. It doesn't end up looking that good, and especially when you're using force fade to draw, which I would recommend when you're doing it properly. The force fade could really help. But when you're following the lines, don't ever use it. If you want to use it, you can, but I wouldn't. So now for how I properly do it, or at least how I do it. So I don't know what the fold is called, but I go up, and then I go up at an angle, and then I go down. So I'm not sure, but all I'm going to tell you is that the concept is straight lines go out the window when you're drawing clothes, or at least for baggy clothes, which is what I'm doing. Straight lines, you wouldn't really want to do those unless you're showing like signals of tension. It doesn't really fit baggy clothes. So you want to do those angled lines a lot. Again, that video that that's gonna be left in the description is gonna be helpful if you're looking to learn how to do different kinds of folds. So yeah, as you can see, I just sped up the video, but it takes a lot longer to do this than just following the lines. And you can go in and fill in what your force fade had left empty space. So that's how I do my clothes. Now for how I shade skin. So what I do is I get the color I need, and this is the most basic shading you will ever do. It technically applies for everything. So I get the color, and then I fill in the whole thing. So I'll just wait till the next step till I finish filling this whole thing in. So you're just going to outline your whole thing in it, and then when you're finished outlining it, you're going to bucket the area that you outlined, and then that's going to fill it in so you don't have to do all the work. So once you finish doing all that, you can use the brush and just fill in all those white spots. So you're going to add a layer and then go to multiply And then you're gonna use the airbrush, get the airbrush, and then just start airbrushing the edges of the face. And then, yeah, that's basically how I shade the face. It's quite easy. And then, so anywhere where there's like facial features or anything, you can shade that. And then on the outsides where it's really darker, you can just airbrush it a little bit more. Now for the clothes. The setting is the same for the skin. Get your color and outline the area you want to shade on the clothes, and then add a layer, clip it, set it to multiply, then use the airbrush and go over the lines of the line art. If you don't understand, watch what I do. I forgot to say, it's actually almost the same thing for lighter skin tones, but it's a little bit different because if you do the multiply and just do the normal tannish color, it doesn't look that good. So you want to get like a peachy kind of color, and then you're going to do that for the airbrush so it looks a bit better in the shadow. Just wanted to put that in. Alright, now onto the hair. So you're just going to do the same thing. You're going to outline it and then bucket fill it so you can get the color you want. And then, yeah, wait till that's happened. Now you're going to add a layer and clip it and set it to multiply. Get your dip pen hard out that you used for your line art and just go over the little tips that you made and make sure you have your force fade on. You can also go over some of the edges if you want. I do it sometimes, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. It's optional. Next, you're going to keep staying on your multiplied layer, switch to airbrush, and just go over the edges like you did for the clothes. Keep doing that until you hit your desired look. Next, take your line art brush, make sure force fades on, and then just go over and add a few lines if you want in separate areas. It doesn't have to be how you want it, and then you can set the opacity to how you like it. Again, add the airbrush and you can go over those lines a little bit. Next, add a new layer and then just add some white. Erase it till it looks like the shape I made in an hourglass, and then lower the opacity to how you like it. Then you're going to add a layer and put it on add. And then take your airbrush and then just sort of highlight it so you get a little lighting. And that's how I shade my hair. And that'll be all today. I'm hoping to drop an eye shading tutorial soon. I still haven't mastered it, so I need to create my own tutorial so I can give it to you guys. And now it's time for announcements. So I have created my own custom OC to rig in Live 2D Cubism, but I haven't had time to since I suck at multitasking and I've been working on the music video. So if I don't post anything for a while, just know I'm practicing. I'm hoping to come up with some memes soon and maybe an animated Gacha Club music video, I hope. I will keep you all updated in my community tab, and I will hopefully post some spoilers while I am away, but yeah. And if I have time and figure everything out, I will hope to post the eye shading tutorial soon, within a month, but school's starting back, so that will be a problem. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Hopefully I can respond and help you. If I can't, I'm so sorry. And thank you all for the amount of love and support I've gotten from my series. I really didn't think that it would get that big. And yeah, keep in contact to me through my community tab. So this is it. Bye guys.